Why don't you know? What use are you? Actually, it appears I have forgotten what a field autopsy is. Clap your gloved hands. Let's get in there. Yeah, let's get back to this later. Let's communicate with Encyclopedia.
You must have me confused with the Copperpedia.
Who's the Copperpedia? I think I need to talk to him.
You, sir. You are the Copperpedia.
Okay, let's be honest here. Let's not mess up like the autopsy and let's just maybe get some assistance from Kim.
Fine. It's a 3-part form to be filled out on the scene by the detectives responsible. One takes notes, the other dictates. The goal is to establish cause of death.
Do we need a scalpel for
A
it?
scalpel is not always required. I hope this is one of those cases. Latex gloves are, however.
Well, let's do that then.
There is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
Alright then,
I'll
let's
ask you when
do
I
that.
need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you take notes?
Okay, where should I take these notes?
Your paperwork, officer. Just fill out the field autopsy form.
Well,
Now they only have one paperwork too.
that is true. That is true. We only have one paperwork.
Officer, what haven't you lost?
I still have my disco trousers. I haven't lost this satin shirt. Smell your armpits. That's maybe not the best idea. I still have my trusty blazer. It is yet to abandon me like everything else. My left shoe. I don't know where the right one is though. None of your business, Kim. Lay off my case.
No need to be melodramatic, officer.
Okay
I can
then.
give you my paperwork. There's an autopsy form there. Several actually, but only if it helps move things along.
Yeah, let's just do that.
The autopsy form is near the end.
Should we do that? Could that fail? I don't know.
You find a moment as the lieutenant inspects the dead man's fingernails. Just a few glances. The pages are filled with a bulky freehand that's nearly illegible. Still, you can make out a case with a curious title. The Man with the Hole in His Head.
Okay, check out the man with the hole in his head. Try to understand what the lieutenant has written about the case at hand. No, search for something about you. Oh, so here it is. I think we might be messing up this thing if we don't write in the form like he wants us to, but
It's very hard to draw conclusions. All you can make out is that he is in a hurry to solve the case. The tempo of the handwriting says as much, and that there are a lot of notes in there. Most of them are made prior to arriving at the scene in preparation. It's not spelled out explicitly, but the lieutenant fears a tear is forming between the liberal moralist establishment of Revachol and her populist citizenry. This populist force, a potpourri of far right and left, is exemplified in the Débardeurs Union. Their strike, if allowed to escalate into violence, adds to the growing sense of civil war in the city. He's extremely neutral, even in his notes. But avoiding this escalation is Kim's primary concern when dealing with the situation in Martinaise. This appears to be a case investigated about 3 weeks ago. A workplace accident. The titular character's wife tries to get compensation. The company was not forthcoming. It's hard to make out if the hole was fatal.
I mean, I assume so, but yeah, let's search for something about me. Yeah, why not?
Probably imagining it. The notes are very hard to decipher at a glance, so don't draw any conclusions from this. But it's not a glowing review, sorry to say. The 41st, as you're referred to, comes across as somewhat less than competent. It's not explicitly stated that the lieutenant doesn't trust you. There's just nothing positive in there.
I think while the character preset that we chose has its definite upsides, I mean, we got a lot of just random successes and options. This here is worrying me a bit. I don't know when the last autosave was. I just hope that there's gonna be one soon, just in case we retire from the force again, you know. But let's take the autopsy thing now. All right. Yeah, let's
The dead
take
man
that.
stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with
Okay. Let's go first. Assistant. Okay.
That's you.
Only the first question, and already I don't know the answer.
Not an energetic start to an autopsy, I agree.
Pig's messed up. Kuno feels pity.
Just leave it empty, officer.
I'll leave it
the
empty.
corpse lies there, indifferent to your retrograde amnesia. The next box says
Second, coroner's case number.
KK57 dash 0803 dot 0815. Next,
Third, name.
NA. Next,
Fourth, date of birth.
NA.
Fifth, age.
Roughly 50.
dry 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
Should we just write 42 or 50? I'm just gonna do what he says. I don't need any more conflict that might make my mental state worse, so yeah.
The corpse looks ageless, like meat on a hook.
Sixth, race.
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Muindi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish.
I'll write it down.
Pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Seventh, sex.
Fucky.
These two people are truly something.
Male.
Pigs can have sex.
I'm gonna write male and not the other two things.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Eighth, date of death.
We're still going with March 4th. 51.
Wait, that was 7 days ago? Okay, so it's the day after my birthday then. Okay, let's write that down.
9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
11th, evidence of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
What exactly is treatment anyways? I'm not sure. Didn't the footprints look like he was carried over? Agreed, no treatment. I'm not so sure. What's next? Okay.
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
Okay. Then I agree, no treatment, because we assume at this point that he was hanged to death. It's not really much use in hanging up someone already dead.
A silent nod. The lieutenant places his gloved hand on the corpse's chest, as if in preparation. Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then,
We should start the post-mortem.
Let's turn the page
the
then.
corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copy paper tries to answer why.
First, external examination summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
He turns the body onto its side to check the underwear label.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
I'm gonna
The
write
boots
it
are
down then.
ceramic, Vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing. The boot has a serial number. It's E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design.
Okay, so I assume that if we had lied to him about the serial number, this is where the consequence would come up. Yeah, let's write it down then. He stands up, feet planted on either side of the body.
The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a national pattern. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini. The
Written
deceased
down.
has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well
Noted.
nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age, about 50. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Touch the corpse's hair before moving on, or write it down. Short, light brown, male pattern baldness.
The hair under your latex fingers feels cold to touch, wet.
I'm just gonna write it down now.
Consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity. You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
Okay, write down. I'm not gonna amend for high velocity. After what Kuno did to me, I'm not gonna let Kuno get any shine in this in these notes. Let's write it down. The lieutenant produces a small folding knife with the other hand, pulling on the belt. He starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut.
Steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
May I try? What happens now? May I try?
It's no use. We should get chain cutters. You can try with them. I have a pair in the toolbox of my kinema.
Well, let's go get them
Damn
then.
corpse. We had a good rhythm going.
Okay, the lieutenant gets up and brushes his pants. Okay, let's see where his car is then. This is... I really like this game so far. I guess it might be a bit slow if you're just watching and not playing yourself, but so far this is very enjoyable. I love the art style too. It's... looks awesome. Is that his car? That's a crazy ass car.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. Police Kinema motor carriage.
Let's open the door then.
You are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you.
Okay, so what can we do? We can radio. There's some... Hold on. We have to radio for something. Field autopsy. Yeah, report the badge missing. Not that. No. Oh wait, no. Yeah, shortwave. To run the serial number. Oh yeah, we should talk to Kim about the briefing, the tattoos. We can ask around, field autopsy, interview the union boss. Okay, we can do some things with the radio.
The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
Okay. Come in, dispatch, come in, dispatch. Come in, Delta 10. This is Firewalker, copy. Hi, Alice, this is the officer from the 41st Precinct speaking. Nice to meet you.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
Could you connect me to the 41st Precinct? I have something I need to report. I need you to connect me to a civilian, Sylvie. She may have reported a murder. Could you run a serial number from a pair of armored boots for me? Yeah, I'm gonna do that first. Before any tomfoolery, we should do the actual business-related stuff. Let's do that first.
What's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it?
It's E50.100.1000. The make and model of the armor is Fairweather T500/VE.
Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
Wonderful.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-Isoleri law enforcement service, the crown jewel in the moral intern diadem, alongside EPIS and the coalition government.
Could you connect me to the 41st Precinct? Okay, let's see. Now asking about that is a bit silly, I guess. Let's talk about the civilian first.
Of course. What is her number, officer?
Let's
Yes,
do that.
Hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Proceed. Hold on, officer.
Let's just wait.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right foot. Quite a lot of time has passed.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
A female voice greets you through static. It sounds like she's million miles away from here. Hello, this is the police calling. I have some questions for you about your last days at work. Sylvie, I believe we've met before. This is me, a detective from the Whirling in Rags. Let's talk about that.
Right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
You quit your job at the Whirling. Why? Was it you who called the police? Have you seen my gun? Okay, let's...
No, not me.
But why didn't you call? Didn't a corpse behind the workplace bother you?
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the corpse.
What does this union have to do with anything? I meant us. You should have called the police.
No one calls the police. The union would get angry.
What do you mean by that?
What the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Wait, Kim, lower your microphone. Is she speaking truth? The union is the law around here? I am the authority around here. Looks like there's a limit to my authority then. Tell me, why exactly did you let a corpse hang in your own backyard for weeks instead of calling us? I see. Maybe there's something else you can tell me about?
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the dock workers union.
Okay. Let's ask that.
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
What others?
Other people who live around here. Local people. I didn't want trouble.
What trouble?
You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the union, internally. Please, I just didn't want any trouble.
See, you ignored the law to save your own skin. I see, don't worry about it, I understand. Should we do that? Okay.
I didn't know I had to report it. I thought someone would take him down eventually.
It's a little late for tears, isn't it? Should have used them to summon the police earlier. I don't know if we should push her. Let's...
You can almost hear the girl getting smaller on the other end of the line until she almost drowns in static.
Okay, let's ask who made the call.
No.
You
Honestly,
can...
don't
Okay.
know.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Okay, next question. You quit your job at the Whirling. Why?
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Why not?
Wait, why aren't you comfortable discussing it with me? Okay, did you leave because of guard? Alright, I won't push you on this. Let's...
What? No, why would you even think that?
He told me he asked you out. Are you saying it didn't happen? Sylvie, don't be afraid of that pig. You have to stand up for yourself.
Please, don't bring Gar into this. It's none of your business.
God, why can't you just mind your own business? She mutters.
I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again.
Have you seen my gun?
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective.
I showed you my gun? When did it happen?
Trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and...
And what did I do? Yeah, I want to know.
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Oh wait, I hope this doesn't end up playthrough again.
Those again. I have been trying to wean you off them. You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot your brains out, off of that, people don't like that.
That's understandable.
I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall," painting them red. I won't be seeing it, 'cause these are my brains. I can't see without my brains. Very nice visuals there.
I should have killed myself. Why would I threaten to kill myself? I mean, look at this world. I would love to stay. Okay, I don't know what to say. Let's not say anything too negative given our morale stat. This could also have things, you know, come back at me that could harm me, so let's just
No
conclude.
idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns.
I sold my gun, I guess, okay? That's, of course, perfect.
It almost looked like you pawned it, but believe me, I did not ask.
Okay, got everything I need.
So, please don't call me again. Bye.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to risk that. That could go badly. Bye.
You hear the call breaking up on the other end of the radio, and then the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Could you connect me to the 41st precinct? I have something I need to report. I don't need to be connected with Sylvia again. Have you heard back from them? No. Let's do that first.
Just a second, officer.
She puts you on hold, the static crackling softly like a bonfire. After a while you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His rattly voice is oddly familiar.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
The man uses relay code. You've got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, station 41. I've got a urgent business, over.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over.
Just reporting in, over.
10-18, state your message, sir.
I need to report my badge missing. I'm in dire need for financial assistance. This might sound odd, but there's personal details I'd like to discuss. 10-10, transmission completed, standing by, over. End call with the 41st. Okay, let's do that first.
10-4, your badge should have most of your personal details. You cover that? Over.
Yeah, let's just...
10-9, over.
My badge, I can't find it anywhere, basically. It's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Is it him? What does he want?
Oh boy, this guy probably doesn't like us.
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieux, sir. Over. You mean your partner? Over.
What is he saying?
He's asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn partner.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Dietmar, sir. Over.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge?
The man in the background sounds like he's losing his patience.
Lost his badge?
And Chester McLean chimes in.
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
Okay, so we have a name now. That's awesome. Dick Mullen, okay.
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name.
Oh, okay.
It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge.
Alright then, we don't have a name.
Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Come on, operator, tell them to stop. This is serious. Haha, officer has lost his badge. Haha. Like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge. Can't we just move on? I want to get it reported and be done with it.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Thank you very much.
Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Could you all please just stop saying lost his badge for a moment? Enough with this now. I have other things to discuss.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for him to hear you.
No heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun too. Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, we can do that. We can do that. Convince them that you didn't lose your gun. We can...
Lying over the
Yes.
phone, it's easy.
Hell
Just
yeah.
say it like it's the truth, and then it becomes it.
No, of course I didn't lose my gun.
Listen,